Life's a binge.
Right?
So here we are. Here we are again. Hello, YouTube world.
So you should be 3 episodes in so far, but going into this
one, you've seen 3.
But now you should hopefully you've seen 4 and 5.
So not just YouTube. I know we're talking on the camera, but this is still our podcast. You guys still hear this on the radio. So if you're just in your car or whatever, hello to you as well. But we have to talk to the camera because now it's on the internet that way too. So find us there. Find us everywhere. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the little like button down here, wherever that is, and the subscribe button up here, or whatever that is. I don't know where they are.
Click to get rid of that ad that's coming across.
Get rid of that X over there. None of you wants any of that stuff. But anyway, here we are back again talking about more Supernatural. This time we're talking about episodes 4 and 5.
Yep. And I'm they're starting to bring me along.
Yeah,
starting to bring me along. Like I wasn't kicking and screaming necessarily.
Right.
But like I mentioned before, there was some trepidations that I had about the whole thing. So a lot of things working against it.
But it's still doing those things that you had mentioned. Like everyone is still very good looking.
Very pretty.
Like they go to like this podunk town and like the old sheriff is still like, he's like 42 and he's like,
super
that guy's
dreamy.
good looking. So I'm right there with you where I'm like, yeah, it's CW. So everyone is really kind of like good looking and stuff. But as always, I have my notes, and you don't.
Noted away.
So
I got notes in my brain on my brain pad.
Out. Right. But here we go. So the haunted episode 4 was the haunted plane, or whatever you want to call it. The demon that took down the plane. I forget why. Was there a reason why?
Yeah, someone had they had died in the plane crash, right?
I don't even remember.
Somebody killed somebody,
But anyway, there's this demon that like possessed people and then crashed planes to like get revenge on the people that were, I don't know what. I forget.
Well, he was talking about the difference between like demons and like ghosts. And he was saying that the demons just want to like wreak havoc.
Right.
And so a ghost will have more of a reason.
Yeah.
But the demons don't need a reason.
Yeah, they just do it. But the first thing that I got to say about this episode 4 was the CG graphics of the airplane were horrendous.
It was funny.
Like, we were talking about the graphics of the first season or the first episode, and like they were cool. Like when the demons are getting sucked down, and like there are some cool effects that this show does.
Uh-huh.
But then this plane shows up, and I was just like, wow.
Now the only plane crash. I mean.
Not even plane crash, just of it flying. Like anytime,
really? Okay.
Anytime it showed an airplane, I was like, "That is hideous graphics."
Looks like like the movie Airplane.
I think Airplane looked better, but yeah, it was just wow. That was not fun for me. There was that's why I put CG planes were not good. And then I put plane security nowadays would never allow any of this to happen.
That's true. I wonder what year this was.
He like got up and like walked to the back and like is hanging out with the stewardess and then like convinces her to get the co-pilot out of the cockpit. I'm like, no way. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not nowadays.
That's interesting. So
just get him out. We need to talk to him. Just bring him out here. And she's just like, okay.
So the show is still on.
Yeah, still on the air.
So this had to be then. If this is 11th season,
this is like 11 years ago. Yeah.
So it was post 2000. I mean, 9/11.
That is true.
Oh wow.
I just was like, plane security, no way. There's no way. They'd be like, we need to talk to the co-pilot. Something weird's going on, and she's just like, okay, I'll go get him.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. Because pre 9/11, I used to fly with. I remember buying a ticket with from like not Craigslist, but out of the newspaper.
Right.
And like. I have a ticket to $150.
Yep.
And they'll ask, are you sure your name is, Sanjay whatever? And I'm
yes,
like,
I am.
That's me.
Yep.
And then like, no, like we're okay. Well, show me an ID or anything.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
With how it's changed. So.
It just makes me.
But you know what I liked about this one is that, first of all, it reminded me of our show that we have to mention every time almost of Lost because they had the black smoke.
Oh yeah.
And I like
the smoke monster and plane crashes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they but I like the idea Because there's that Denzel Washington movie where the demon gets in. He's chasing the demon. Great movie.
Fallen? Is that what it's called?
I think it is called Fallen. Yeah,
with John Goodman. By touch and stuff.
Yeah, and so you never see the demon. You just are just aware of it when the other one.
Right.
So which is a cool and frightening concept. Yeah. And so they were kind of doing that, but you could see this demon because he could see the smoke monster was it,
and then
you
could see it in their eyes.
Yeah.
And
I always get a kick out of that too. Just that whole idea. That's a little Game of Thrones ish too. Getting into somebody and then they had the black eyes. Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it. And
how long have we been up? 40 minutes. Well, I guess time flies.
Yeah. It's
man, that was perfect. It was perfect though.
That's what I don't know why. They explained it why 40 minutes was.
It was all relevant.
Appropriate. Yeah, it was all relevant.
Sense when I was watching it.
But
I put, where do they get all their money from? I know in the very first one, Dean has a bunch of fake credit cards.
Right.
Is that where
crime?
Is that where they all get it from? They get all their money from
grifts and
fake credit cards and stuff.
Huh. Good question.
Because he's just we need to get on that plane. It's okay, well you're there at the last minute. This plane, you said it's taking off in 20 minutes.
And how's he going?
That's going to cost you a ton of money.
How's he going to Stanford? I mean, that's an expensive school.
It's true. So anyway, they got money somewhere.
Somehow they got money. So maybe their dad, I don't know.
Yeah. What else did I put? Oh, Dean was so proud of his homemade EMF meter thing out of his Walkman. He's like, look what I made. And Sam was just like, whatever. I thought that was kind of fun.
I need to find out who killed Jessica.
I thought that was fun. Dude, yeah. I wrote that. I think I wrote it on the next one, maybe. But anyway, talking about that whole Jessica thing. Woo, we'll get there in the next episode. So far, 4 episodes in. Actually, 5. 5 episodes in. Every single episode ends with them driving in the car. So far.
I've noticed that too. I noticed that in episode 4. I was like, okay, that's the theme.
That's what I wrote down in 4. All end with them in the car so far.
Yep.
But we'll see if it keeps up. I doubt it does for 11 seasons, but who knows? Maybe the car gets smashed, which would be a crime because that's a pretty cool car.
I think that they have set it up to make the car sort of like a lot of those shows.
Yeah.
Part
of it.
Yeah, like Dukes of Hazzard or Knight Rider or something like that.
It was funny because at one point Sam goes, do we have that in the trunk or something? I think it was in the Bloody Mary one. Do we have that in the trunk? Mm-hmm. And it reminded me of the old Batman show where they just have whatever they need.
Of course we do.
Right there. It's do we have that in the trunk? It's yeah, just
it's in our bat box.
We have 18 guns and missile launchers and whatever you need. You just open the trunk. It's there. So I have a feeling it's kind of like that as well. But that was episode 4, the plane crash. It was kind of cool, except for the plane flying graphics. Everything else about it I liked.
I didn't mind the little they never showed a plane crash,
right?
But I don't know. I thought that they did a good job with it. Because they're working with limits,
right?
Yes.
They're on a CW budget,
and it's still TV budget and TV. And this is
2002, this is 10 years ago, 11 years ago,
3.
Yeah.
So they didn't quite have it as good, but I don't know, they're doing a good job kind of creating the environment.
I did like in that episode how it was kind of flipped on end where Dean was afraid because he was scared of flying, and Sam was like, you gotta do it, you gotta buck up or whatever. Yeah, and then right back into the episode 5, it was the other way around again.
Well, they set that up too. It's well, I'm not afraid of anything. Right? He's like, really? You're not? And he's more like his big brother's you're not?
Yeah.
Not yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
Something.
Yeah, right. Not me. Okay, I'm afraid of flying.
What do we got? Episode 5. Episode 5, Bloody Mary.
This is a great theme for
an episode. I freaking loved that one. It was very...
it's a good theme. I mean, it's
horror-y-ish. But
and it taps into this whole childhood mythology that we all grow up with.
Yep.
About saying Bloody Mary in the mirror. But mine was I'd always heard it in the dark.
I was in the dark, lights off, and
Which
I also
is
heard
way scarier.
And I also heard that she kills you, not scratches your eyes.
I don't remember what happens. I just remember all I remember is she appears in the mirror, and that was scary enough for me.
Right.
The idea that she would appear in the mirror would.
That's always one of the scariest moments in a movie or whatever when you close the. You close the medicine cabinet and then there's somebody right behind you.
Yep.
Yeah. Nope. No thanks.
Or even if it's a fake scare, they do it and it's the husband right there. Oh, you startled me. Oh, sorry, honey.
Right. No, that's always not fun. So, and the fact that she's like, Bloody Mary, whatever, and then she didn't just pop out. They followed them over the course of the mirrors. I thought was really cool. Also, she didn't just pop out and get them. The camera shots that they had where it followed them around and you kept seeing this ring-looking character.
It was ring-ish.
The
Ring-esque.
ring character. In
now,
the
yeah.
universe, but
And when was The Ring? That was in the 90s?
No, it's probably right around the same time. But, like, that was every, like, demon in those movies, The Grudge was, like, the same looking.
They were very similar.
Shabby looking, like, white dress with the long black
staggered,
hair.
the staggered motion, or looks like it skipped a few frames.
Exactly.
All of a sudden, they're right on top of you.
Yeah. But it worked. I thought it was great. The blood, and like you said, the Bloody Mary mythology is something that everybody knows, and so to like do it so early on, where it's like we're gonna make them latch on to this topic.
That was smart. I mean, it was smart.
Yeah.
Smart by the producers.
All I wrote, second note, more Sam nightmares. Period. Lame. Period.
Again, like, were you dreaming about your Jessica?
Like
again?
we get it.
Yes.
Like we get it. And so I was just like, come on, again. It's the same shot every time. He's like, you see your light on fire, and then, and it's the same every time. Oh, granted, we're only 4.5 episodes in or whatever, but I was just like, come on, again. What else did I put? Oh, everyone is so lax with giving info or letting them go. The girl upstairs, like at the funeral or whatever, they were just like, hey, blah, 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 blah. She's like, she figured it out that they're not who they say, they're not the dad's coworkers or whatever, and she's just like, whatever. Like, these are two strangers, so that was just showing up.
That was another thing too. Wasn't there like in this episode of episode 4 that they're impersonating someone?
Homeland Security.
Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Homeland Security.
Yeah.
So these guys would have.
They have like. They would be
the number one. Like, they would be like the number one public enemy, like out there. Like,
oh yeah.
And so it's so that part I was like, okay, I gotta let that go because otherwise you have to. I mean, because they did it, it's done.
Right.
But they can't make any kind of realistic consequences of those type of actions.
Right.
Like,
how are they still not in jail?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I guess
granted, they use a lot of fake IDs and stuff, but usually the people figure out who they are.
Maybe
or at least there's a wanted picture of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I guess not.
Them and Leonardo DiCaprio, they know how to get away with it.
Yeah, it's just scoot on by. What else did I put? Oh, there was an outdated Paris Hilton joke. He turned on the little.
I missed that.
He turned on the night vision on the camera when they were looking at the mirrors or whatever, and he's like, he points the camera at him, and he's like, "Hey, do I look like Paris Hilton?"
Oh, it's funny.
And it was I laughed. I was like, "This is so dumb," but it's totally dated at this point. But like at that, it was still.
It was appropriate. Yeah. Yep. That's funny.
Because the night vision Paris Hilton sex tape. I thought that was funny that the CW show made a sex tape joke. Anyway, that's why I put that down. And then I put, glad Dean finally puts his foot down about Sam being all whiny. Like in the car, because he's talking about the nightmares again. And Dean's just like, dude, you need to get over it. Yeah. And I was like, that's fine. Yeah. And then by the end of the episode, it seems like he's finally kind of over it.
You wonder now if they don't like do these episodes and then a group of the producers and people that they probably from the network all watch it.
Yeah.
And then they all give their criticism like, come on, dude, he's so whiny.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they do. I mean, that's how they did Lost, and that's how they like.
It was only about like the girlfriend thing though. And I get it. Like I get where they're coming from, but I'm like, just go out and kick demon butt and like get it out that way. But by the end of the episode, they kind of like get to that point because, the whole Bloody Mary thing, like she shows you or she like comes after you if you have a secret that led to somebody dying or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I have a secret. And like he had the dreams that we've seen now 100 times before she actually died, and he didn't say anything about it. So I was like, that was kind of a dumb way to reveal it. But it makes sense.
I didn't see him react to say like,
well, because like evil
he actually did say that.
Him was like telling like, I know what you did, and I was like, that's kind of a cheesy way to like get the reveal that he knew about it.
But did he? I mean, or I just see. So what I thought was like,
well, he told Dean he had a secret, and then like 30 seconds later, they show you what the secret was, that he had the dreams or whatever. Right?
Okay.
So I don't know. But I don't. It's like it's still cheesy and it's fun and
the dad's alive. The dad's dead.
And they still kick butt.
Yeah, it's still so. Yeah, it's fun. Like I genuinely like excited about both of those episodes. Like they built like and enough to where actually the one after that started.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh,
I haven't seen
it yet.
I didn't start it yet.
Don't start it because it's gonna be 40 more minutes, and I'm like, so.
Right.
But
no. I'm in.
It is good, and I would recommend, especially at this point, it's easy to catch up.
Yep.
Or to tell folks to catch up, and then boom, you can catch up with us because it's only a couple episodes a week.
And if you haven't caught up, just start watching where we're watching now because we're recapping them for you. We're going to tell you any major plot points. Like if the dad's really dead,
he's dead. He's dead.
But if he's really dead, we'll tell you that. Not that he is, because he isn't, but BJ thinks he is.
I'm telling you, he's dead.
But anyway, looking forward to the next ones. That was 4 and 5. We have we'll do 5 and 6 next week. But yeah, like I said, YouTubers, if you're out there, click the like button wherever it is and the subscribe button. Share the video, send it out to people. But everyone else, just keep listening to the show on the interwebs.
Absolutely, and also interact because. When you share what you like about it, or we like to interact with all of our listeners and followers.
Absolutely.
Because that's what it's all about, is the conversation about a particular show or something that happened, and you want to share it with people, and that's the fun of it.
Yeah.
And that's the whole meaning behind our Life's a Binge podcast.
Well, and that's also the big reason why we're now filming this and why we're doing a show, like a book club where you can follow along, watch the show with us. Tell us what you thought about the episodes, or if you liked the plain graphics for some reason, or whatever. Just let us know. So get involved, leave comments, all that good stuff. And this has been Life's a Binge. I'm Jared.
I am BJ.
And we'll see you on the couch.